in any kind of surrogate decision making, there's two ways you can go to try to make good decisions for another person. One of them is called substituted decision making. And that is where you try to stand in the shoes of that person. You try to say, well, I'm going to learn everything I can about this person's life history, choices, values, preferences, everything that they believe, and I will make the decision that they would make. And everybody says, yes, that's the gold standard. That's what we should be doing. And there's two problems with it. One is that it is often impossible to do because in the case of a professional guardian, you don't know the person, right? You don't have time to get to know the person that way. And even if you're a family member, you know the person through the lens of your relationship. And that can be very, it can warp things. You know, it gives you a different perspective. I know my mother as my mother more than I know her as a person in her own right. The other problem with it is that you can get in big trouble for it, because the point is a lot of folks make bad decisions or would make bad decisions. You know, my daughter chooses to smoke. My husband used to jump out of airplanes for fun. Can you imagine a guardian saying, well, I think really knowing my ward that my ward would go skydiving and therefore I'm going to take my ward skydiving. And they would just, you know, they would get in all kinds of trouble for it. So it's very, very hard to use for a guardian or any kind of substitute decision maker to use a substitute decision making standard to allow the ward to do risky things. They just get all kinds of blowback. You can sort of see why. So that's the problem. So that's what we aim for, but then everybody realizes, well, you know, it doesn't always work that way. And then the second is what they call an objective standard, which is what would sort of the average person think is in the best interest of the ward. And the trouble with that is, number one, it's often wrong because we're all individuals. We don't all want the same things. And number two, it's often wrong in that the things we think will improve the objective well-being do not.